Most people watch One Piece casually, but if you're an expert like me, then you might have noticed some times where One Piece secretly predicted the future. And yes, I am going to talk about it in this video. So let's go. We all remember the time when warlords were introduced after Marineford. Everything was going smooth, but when we get to know that Buggy became a warlord, and that's the time things started getting heated. Yes, this is the time where Buggy actually predicted his own future. He was explaining that how Marines begged him to become a warlord, and after that he says that he will become a Yonko, which finally happens in chapter 1053 of One Piece, where we get to see the 4 new Yonkos: Shanks, Teach, Luffy and Buggy. With the help of Luffy's Gear 5, Luffy became a Yonko and he was successful in defeating Kaido. Like even Oda said that bet on Kaido if it's 1v1, but from now on bet on Sun God if it's 1v1. And do you know that Luffy's Gear 5 was actually predicted way back in Zou Island, and the one who predicted it was none other than Franky. Like it was written all over his t-shirt and I didn't even notice. Not only this, Luffy himself also predicted his new form in a cover page of a One Piece volume. Do you guys know how Usopp predicts everything he lies about? Well, from my opinion, Usopp has some kind of superpower that whatever he lies about becomes true. Momonosuke actually being from the past was foreshadowed in Zou Island. Momonosuke says that he had met Goldie Roger, but it didn't make sense at that time because Goldie Roger died 20 years ago and Momonosuke is only 8 years old. Like most of the One Piece fans were confused that how did Momonosuke met Goldie Roger, but it was all clear to us in the arc of Wano where we found out that Momonosuke was from past and he traveled into future. Do you guys remember Soran? Yes, this little girl right here. She by herself predicted all the arcs of One Piece. Soran never actually went to outside world, but she had imaginary maps of these islands. She showed the map of Sky Island to Robin, which we already knew about. But the surprising thing is that she also showed us the map of Whole Cake Island and the island in movie Red. The crazy part is that Oda was planning to make a movie on Shanks from 2010. Oda is without a doubt Goda. And if you think that too, then subscribe. How can we all forget the fight between Mr. Zero and Zoro? It was one of the best fights that took place pre-time skip. And after that fight, surprisingly, Zoro actually predicted his own future. When Zoro was talking to Nami and Vivi, Zoro was making some kind of pose. And after saying this, Nami says, "What are you doing, Baka?" To which Zoro replies that if I'm going to be a statue, then I want this pose. To which Vivi replies, "Idiot, this is no time to be playing." But little does she know, Zoro was actually never playing. He was predicting his future this whole time. Yes, in 2019, One Piece fans made the statue of Zoro in that same pose. In Alabasta, when all the Straw Hats were captured by Crocoboy, only Sanji was the one who was not captured. Well, it's safe to say that at that time, Sanji was the only hope for Straw Hat. Then Sanji calls Crocodile to save the Straw Hats. And this is where Sanji secretly predicted his own future. Crocodile asks Sanji that what is your name? And in reply, Sanji says, "I am Mr. Prince." And now let's move a little bit ahead in time. After Whole Cake Island, when Sanji got his new bounty, we saw his name was changed in the wanted poster. His name was clearly written there and it was Windsmoke Sanji, which means that Sanji is the prince of Germa 66. This is part 1, 300 likes and I'll make part 2. And for our next video, I suggest you to watch this video right here because in this video I have explained 35 facts about Zoro. And don't forget to subscribe because I upload good videos every week.